We have in Puff Television Studio the SDP chairman in Ekiti State, Dr. Dele Ekunola, who is going to speak about the Ekiti State Governorship Election of June 18, 2022. Dr. Ekunola, you're welcome to our studio.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, the election of June 18, 2022 has come and gone, but we understand that there are a lot of complaints, and your party is one of the major complainants. What is the basis of your complaints?
Thank you. We realized that there were a series of electoral malpractices in that election. Hence the reason for our complaint. Those things that were not friendly to the new electoral law happened in Ekiti State publicly and well published and monitored by the international, both local and international observers. Things like vote bargaining, vote buying, harassment, inducement, sporadic shooting, snatching of buses, ballot buses, and free usage of arms and ammunition. Those are the things that scare our people from voting. Hence the reason why we have low, we recorded about 30% plus in the last election. The turnout was very poor because of the harassment and embarrassment. People ran away to prevent them from being killed because the thugs were out for something. Re-election problems started, and our party were at the receiving end. They killed our members, they injured our members, they did a lot of things to us. And all these things happened again on the election day. Hence the reason why we are complaining. It's not even, these things were observed by both local and international observers. The worst even happened that the law enforcement agents were even aiding them, were helping them to share money publicly. These things were recorded, and we have them all over on the series of platforms on these networks and so many other things.
If you are looking for a program that encapsulates the history, politics,
we are not supposed to witness violence in any election.
We are friends, we are Ekiti people now.
commerce, culture, and the character of Ekiti. This is it. People of the fountain.
We still have some of our people in the hospital. On that dead or alive, we are not sure for now because they are on danger list. You can let me bring to your notice what happened at Itaji, Ekiti. While the governor was in the palace addressing the obas in that zone in the Yoruba government, there's one man popularly called Metilo. These people at the palace were hearing the sound of a gunshot. One of them, the dogs he brought, was apprehended by our people, and the man confessed that he was sent by this Metilo, who happened to be special advisor serving on the present government list. He led them, and he was the one that led the people that were snatching buses around during the election. They were cautioned, and the traditional rulers in Ekiti State called every one of us to the palace. They warned that they did not want anything to happen. He confessed that he would not want to do that he would not behave badly again. And later in his office, during the election, they leading people to beat people, shooting and cutting away ballot boxes.
We are aware that a huge contingent of law enforcement agents were sent to monitor the election on the 18th of June, and we expected that they were going to have the capacity to keep peace.
The last meeting we held under the leadership of Deputy Inspector General of Police in the police headquarters in Ekiti here. The meeting was so beautiful, but I told some reporters that I don't trust that meeting. The meeting we had was the people that attended the meeting were senior police officers and senior military officers. The junior one were not there. The report of that meeting will not be related to those concerned, the people that will be on the field. And it happened. We were not even sure whether they are real police officers or not, because we see them carrying money, sharing money, giving money to those who sharing money.
Police officers?
Police officers. And they were helping, protecting and shooting when they were carrying away the ballot boxes.
Police officers?
They were protecting the hoodlums. They were there, we complained to them, they did not, there was no response. Whether positive or negative, they did not say anything, they kept mute without saying anything. They aided them.
Well, what about your members? I mean, members of the SDP, didn't they have the crowd necessary to prevent these snatching of ballots?
Yes, they have crowds, but we have more than enough crowd to prevent that. But no one want to do that because of the presence of gun. When people started shooting, people ran away. Nobody can withstand bullets, no matter how strong or brave you are. Even Simon himself will not wait for bullets. That was why we were not able to overpower them. We have many people on ground. You know, a police with a gun can control millions of people with a shot of gun. So that was why our people ran away. Watching them, they were just shouting. No one to help them.
Information travels fast and technology has made it all very easy. At Puff Television, we do not only bring you to our studio, we take our studio to you so you can tell the world your views from the comfort of your home or office. Yes, Puff TV makes it all too easy to believe. You can reach us on 0706 839 9526.
The onus of proof of these accusations will, lie on you. How much evidence would you have at the end of the day to prove some of these accusations?
Beautiful. I told you that we are sure, or we are not sure whether you are going to court, and we are sure we will go to court. We have evidences, we compiled evidences, facts that are very genuine. We have them. But for now, as I'm here, I have not released them to you. I will still keep all these things within our party, because we don't want to expose our secrets to our enemy.
The comment on the election of 18th June 2022 in Ekiti is that vote buying was the major issue. To what extent do you believe this?
I was surprised. I cried when I saw passing that. Is it the type of Ekiti who people are crying for? Do you still have future in Ekiti state? Are we sure we have people that will hand over to Ekiti state after leaving? The Ekiti state we owe for. We will be able to realize it. They were sharing money, buying votes publicly. They started with 500 and 5,000 naira. Later they moved from there to even 20,000 naira. Why do they get all this money? Why do they get all this money? And they don't pay the salaries regularly. And they don't pay the leave bonus, they don't pay the allowances of anything. They don't. Oh my God. Where are we heading to in Ekiti? Is Ekiti still part of Nigeria? Don't we have leader in Ekiti? Do you have future for our children? You can see all those small boys and girls brandishing naira on screen. They were happy, jubilating. It was even as if actors were on the screen playing.
Dr. Ekunola, do you think if Ekiti people believed in your party, they will have collected this money to vote for the other party?
Thank you. The government of the day know what they are doing. They know why and how to control the populace. they know the staff, they deliberately starve the people. They don't give them money. They are hungry here and there. That was why they changed their mind by giving them money. Those that I believe me, in some weeks ago, we have some people that have not even touched 50 naira. To touch it, not to even spend it. They don't have access to it. Giving them 5,000, they will run and do it. Not that they trust our people. We should see the crowd that we control, you know what I'm saying. They trust our people, they trust our principal. But when it comes to the issue of money, there was nothing you can do that to join them.
The APC has said that your party is too young to have expected to win this recent election.
Yes, they are making mistakes. Maybe they are not living in Ekiti because majority of them are foreigners. They come during election and after election they leave the state. We contested gubernatorial election in Ekiti in 2014. Our candidate then was Mr. Ekunola. He flew the flag. And in 2018, of recent, we produced a candidate that contested, and that candidate, his name is Akin Ayegusi. And in 2020 and 2022 that we produced another candidate, that is engineer Aswabi. We are not young. We've been on ground for long, and our party is even the oldest party in Nigeria. All these parties are just they join later.
There are other issues bordering on the legality of the national executive of the SDP. What is the state of the party at that level at the moment?
We don't have problem at the national level. The thing they were complaining of was that whether we have convention in the last convention was 2016 or not. We had another, after 2016 we had another convention in 2018, and we had another one just about 2 weeks ago. We don't have problem. There's no issue there. Our executive are in line with the INEC guidelines. No crisis.
So what led to the removal of the former chairman, national chairman of the party, Olu Agnoye?
Thank you. Olu Agnoye, nobody removed anybody. We did not remove anybody at national level. Olu Agnoye was the deputy national chairman South when Professor Dele was the national chairman. And the constitution says that when whether they impeach the national chairman or the national chairman resign or withdraw, the deputy national chairman from that zone will take over as the acting national chairman. That was what happened to Agnoye. After the departure of Professor Adenina, Olu Agnoye stepped into his shoe. But at the National Working Committee, they met and that they said the positions in the north should be moved to the south, and those positions in the south should move to the north. Hence the reason for changing it was not removed. It was national chairman, and his position, the chairman, was moved to the north. The national secretary became the chairman, and the national chairman then became the national secretary.
What are the current litigations within the party in the court?
The only serious litigation we have is on this issue, which is normal, agitation to become this or to become that. The Southwest National, the Deputy National Chairman, Southwest, Barrister Sonibare, claimed he said he's the national chairman. but it was not recognized by INEC. He went to court, and the court dismissed the case after prolonged the argument. So that is the only litigation that we had, and just affect the party.
There are also reports that the candidature of Shegun in the June 18 governorship election is also a legal issue.
Thank you. They can go to court and try it. Any of our meetings, all our meetings have been attended by INEC. If the leadership at the time that I don't recognize, INEC will never feature in any of our meetings. They back us off. They know we have all what it takes and the requirement of INEC. There's no problem with the candidature of Engineer Adeba Olusegun. It's in line. The proper people that are supposed to nominate him nominated him. The proper executive nominated him.
Did he go through a primary election?
Good. When before the existence of this new electoral law, he need not to go to primary election because somebody was elected at the primary and his ticket, he dropped his ticket to him, which is normal, and it's a practice that the constitution of Nigeria and the electoral law then recognizes. But presently, if anybody wants to drop his intention or his ticket to anybody, that person that is dropping it to now needs to go to primary. But that doesn't affect Shegun because he has concluded his own before the electoral law was signed.
Okay, is anybody in court at the moment over the candidature of Shegun?
Well, am I sure? Well, we heard that some people went to court, but we have not been served because we still count it as one because we know it until we are served with the paper. Our 4 of them were in court. One of them was noted to be from Ekiti State, but is not a member of this party. He left this party in 2018 and joined another party. The other one, our 2 of them, for now, are recognized not to qualify to take anybody to court. So the remaining one, I'm still working on it. The court is not going to affect anybody.
How confident are you about that?
I am very sure. I'm very old in this party, and I know the history of the party. I know who qualifies to take who to court.
At the moment, I know the world is watching to see what happens over the June 18 governorship election in Ekiti State. How easy do you think reclaiming your mandate is going to be for your party?
Good. I told you in my preamble that we have enough facts and evidences to take to court that are not revealed on here. We are very sure, and I can beat my chest for it, that we are claiming it back. Our opponents that claim to have won this election, do they jubilate? Do they gather in any place to rejoice? No, because they are sure the mandate is not theirs.
Some people say that if your party was that popular, there would have been some kind of, reaction of the people in terms of protest after the election results.
We've done a very good homework on that. Our people were not happy. We knew that they want to go to the street, which may lead to bloodletting. But we tried all we could with our leaders to make sure that we suppress them. Said we persuaded them, we begged here and there. We started moving around to make sure that they will not protest. Because their protest will be against by hoodlums and turn it to another thing. We don't want what happened in 1983 to happen in Ekiti State. We were sensing this thing, that these people will pretend to be funny during this election. Hence, before then, we calm our people down. If not, we will have seen series of blood on the streets flowing. But we knew how God helped us to suppress it.
So what's your message to people at the moment?
Well, I still want to beg them to be calm. And be hopeful that our mandate will be given back to us soonest by special grace of God, because we know this thing was hijacked and stolen. We will retrieve it back in Jesus' name.
We were speaking with the chairman of SDP in Ekiti State, Dr. Dele Ekunola, and we look forward to speaking to other people who will be giving reactions to the election of June 18, 2022. Dr. Ekunola, thank you for coming. God bless you.
People of the fountain.